Does reality precede thought, or does thought precede reality? I've come to the conclusion that it's both, that both truths can exist at the same time. As I've jumped into everything spiritual, uh, one thing that I've learned is that life is more elusive than we like to think, I guess. And I've been forced to let go of rigid thinking and sticking to one solid truth and the truth. And I guess, maybe multiple truths can exist at the same time. And what supported my feelings about all of this is reading the book Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. That book spoke to my heart in so many ways I can't even begin to explain. It was such a beautiful read. I read it twice, and I read the second and third book. Highly, 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 highly recommend. So in that book, he goes on to write about how, well, one of his questions for God was, how can bad things happen if everything is love and everything is all beautiful and all this stuff? Like, why are there bad things happening around the world? And the answer that source gave was the fact that, our souls, having chosen to come onto the earth, our souls have an unshakable knowing of love. Our soul is love. It knows that it's love. There's no doubt at all about that. And because our souls know that, it's come to earth to experience that, which is why we're given this human body and the five senses to experience, different manifestations of what love feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like. And in order for us to know that what we're experiencing is love, we have to know what love is not. And love is not all the bad stuff that's happening. So when we're in the midst of turmoil, thievery, deceit, deception, it's because in the twisted way, I guess, we're meant to experience these things so that we can know and experience love. And that can be kind of uncomfortable to accept because, like, if I know it, why do I have to experience something else? But I guess that's just the duality of life and multiple truths existing at the same time. And I guess that's okay. So back to the original question, does reality precede thought? Yes, because what's happening around us causes us to have thoughts, and this thought precede reality. Yes, because the thoughts that we're thinking affects the reality around us. So I guess both are true, and that's okay. And I'm no expert on this stuff. I'm not claiming to have all the knowledge. I don't know. The more that I learn, the more that I know I don't know. So I'm not coming from this claiming to have all the answers. The truth of what is way bigger than what my mere human mind can comprehend. And that's a truth that I've come to accept wholeheartedly because listen, that is actually a beautiful thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that I can know and not know at the same time. And that's a beautiful thing. Um, Let me know what you think about this whole concept of duality, singularity, if what I'm saying makes sense or if it doesn't make sense, because it probably makes sense and doesn't make sense at the same time because both truths can exist at the same time. uh, the fact that multiple truths exist at the same time brings me joy. It does. Because one of my problems is rigidity, like feeling like I need to be this one way. I need to look at life this one way through this one lens. There's multiple lenses, there's multiple truths, and as long as those truths are grounded in love, then I guess that's all that matters. So, yeah, I'd love to start a conversation in the comments. Let me know what you think. Much love. Thank you for listening to me.